Don't miss some pre-painted desert terrain for all your tabletop needs.
Spiky bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer, and today we are taking a look at Gamemat.eu's fantastic offering of desert terrain and mats for all of your tabletop needs out there. Of course, what I really want to talk about is Star Wars Legion. A great new game, and it's a little bit hard to find terrain for it. There's some 3D printout stuff that you can buy and or print yourself and then paint up. But Gamemat.eu has some really great desert terrain. It comes pre-painted out of the box, desert mats. Basically, you can paint your own terrain set with your wallet, have it delivered, open it up, boom, on the table. And the only thing you have to hobby on is your Star Wars Legion Mini. So let's jump over to their site and take a closer look at their latest products. So here it is, Gamemat.eu site. Of course, when you get to it, it's really easy to find your pricing. There's a little link in the top right that you can't see, but all you gotta do is click your flag, whether it's Great Britain, EU, or the US, and then it'll convert over to your particular pricing here. Now, this new set of terrain, they have two different sets that I think is great. Of course, you could always scoop up the Badlands set, which we've reviewed here in the past on the channel, which looks great, of course, but the newest set is the desert houses and also their craters. Like I said, pre-painted, $89 US plus delivery. Comes in about usually about a week, depending on when you order it. It might be running a little late right now because I know there's some crazy tariff stuff going on with politics. I don't know how it all works, but either way, I've still been getting stuff about 10 days. But either way, it's very easy to pick up. This is a great set of terrain you can see here, and we're gonna unbox this here in a second as soon as we get it in. But you got all the measurements here. Everything is all laid out. Like I said, it's ready to go straight out of the box, pre-painted. Awesome deal. I mean, this stuff looks great. Can't wait to open it up and get in our hot little hands and put our little Luke Skywalkers and Darth Vaders next to it and see exactly how good it looks. But there is also some other pieces of terrain, the Explosion Crater set, which will also look good on the tabletop, of course, just kind of spread around and scattered here. Now this is, of course, pre-painted, comes with 3 pieces of terrain here, ready to go. Again, painted straight out of the box. These ones are, they're pretty respectable size. 9x6 is no joke, and 5x5. We've seen other offerings in the past, but the problem is a lot of times with craters, you want to put your minis on them. You can't, because they're not flat enough, and also they chip and all sorts of different things. So this is gonna be really interesting to get our hands on and see exactly how cool it really is. So we're gonna add these to the cart and take a closer look. First up, here is the Explosion Crater set. It's a 3-piece set that's pre-painted and goes for $49 US, of course. Pre-painted, pre-assembled. I know pre-assembled isn't as big of a thing when it comes to craters, but I mean, these things are ginormous. Like, check it out. About 9 inches across, about 6 inches deep on the big one right there, and then these two are roughly 5 inches in diameter. So very cool stuff there. Now, we've seen a lot of crater products in the past. Like I said, a lot of them are flimsy and often break, so this is kind of a refreshing take on it. But it is $49 pre-painted, pre-assembled. I feel like if you pick this up with some other item, you're still saving money and time on that one. And it's definitely painted in the same scheme as the desert houses that we're about to show you as well. And you can see how they stack up size-wise to some of the popular games out there. So here is the desert houses set on one of our favorite Sands of Time Gamemat mats. We hadn't reviewed the Sands of Time quite yet, but it's a standard deal mat from Gamemat, 2 mil thick, doesn't catch the light, very matte surface. It's water repellent. If you spill anything on it, you can easily clean it up with some Resolve or just your normal cleaners. Don't throw them in the washer. I mean, if you do throw them in the washer, don't throw them in the dryer. I would be very careful. That's probably a last ditch kind of thing. You really shouldn't get these mats that dirty. Spot clean them where necessary, but great 2 mil thick, that neopropylene, I believe it's called, with the little mouse surface underneath it. But today, it's not about the mats. It is about the Desert Houses set. Now, this is a 13-piece set. And if you're wondering, you know, again, this stuff ships over from Europe in about a week. If you're wondering what kind of condition you're going to get in, right here, it comes in a very heavy-duty cardboard corrugated box with a super thick styrofoam. Every cutout is pre-made for it, so you're not going to have to worry about that. And it actually comes with the little plastic wrappers that help protect it and protect the paint, you know, the pre-painted surface inside of the packaging as well. So it really doesn't get any more better packaged than this when it comes to, you know, Game Mat's terrain kind of offerings here. Now, this set, 13 pieces, they're all various sizes. You get the 8-piece little kind of wall type deal here, and let's get you some measurements on that. So it's about 4.5 inches by roughly 1.5 inches tall, and then the buildings themselves are, you know, anywhere from 9 to 3. Well, they're roughly 9 to 3, and then you've got this ruin section here that can combine to form about 9 inches around. These are about 4 inches tall, about 5 inches square, about 5 by 6, give or take. But once you get them together, they definitely serve, you know, to kind of give you that deserty kind of ruin and feel without really breaking the bank. I mean, price point on this is $89 US, pre-painted, pre-assembled. Like, you don't have to do it. I mean, look at the detail on this stuff. Like, it is awesome that you got the stucco kind of pattern here. You know, it's not heavy. I mean, don't drop it on your miniatures, but it's not as heavy as it would be if it was like full resin. You got lots of cool detail there, you know, with all of the different sprays and effects and everything like that. The larger kind of ruined castle type deal has these little faux doors around it and everything like that. I really, really like the styling of it, and the fact that you can kind of set it up to be any way you want with these walls and things. Every, you know, deployment, every game is almost a new setup, a new adventure, so to speak. And this couples pretty well with the Badlands set, another pre-painted set of terrain that doesn't look too shabby when you put it right next to them. Of course, you probably want to be a little bit more liberal with that set. That's a little bit more expensive, $125 set. It's got 18 pieces that come with it. There's a couple of these arches, some bigger kind of plateau kind of features, and some small kind of throw rock kind of details. We've reviewed them on the channel here in the past, and I really like this set. We use this one a lot, but these really kind of couple together pretty well. So let's show you how this terrain stacks up with a couple different size miniatures out there that you're probably curious about. Here's a little bit better of an idea of just how big this terrain is and what you can do with it. Here's the new Star Wars Legion game, and man, it just looks fantastic when played on this terrain. And here's the comparison with some of the Warhammer figures that you might be a little bit more familiar with as well. Obviously, it works great for them and has some pretty good line of sight blocking potential depending on how you arrange the buildings and such. But other than that, I think it's a home run. I really enjoyed taking a closer look at this terrain. I think it's priced great, shipped to your door, pre-painted, pre-assembled. I mean, just save more time for hobby and just pick up this terrain. I don't even know why I use any other terrain, or why I have in the past. I'm definitely not going to in the future. That's definitely for sure. So all this will stay here in the Beats Lab, so we can do our battle reports at the Long War, and of course spiky bits when applicable. And man, I just can't say enough good things about Gamemat.eu. So make sure you check them out. Gamemat.eu for all your pre-painted and game mat needs. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep those hobby muscles strong, and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all these posts.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.